Hi, I'm Scott Robert Lim, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my bag and what I pack. I'm an on-location portrait photographer, and I have many kits that I use, but this is my travel kit. The one thing that remains the same out of all the kits that I use is I use this bag. I've been using this bag for about 10 years now, and I really love this bag because I find that the rectangle bags hold the most stuff. And I choose the size that perfectly fits in an overhead bag. So let's open up my bag and see what I got. This is my travel kit. And so I'll start off with my camera. I love using the Sony A9 III. And my go-to lens, I would say, is the 24-70 G Master II, which I love. This is like a workhorse. You know, I used to be kind of a snob prime guy, but I've really enjoyed the versatility of zooms lately, and I can literally shoot almost anything with this lens, and I love it. And I love, of course, my A9 III, which is great for global shutter and things like that. Now, I typically carry two types of lighting because when you're shooting on location, I shoot in very low light and then I shoot in very bright light. And so for low light situations, a constant video light works the best. I've used different brands. The main thing is that I need to have this light at least 100 watts because that's gonna be able to overcome the sun a little bit or be able to give me some catch light in the shade in the outdoors. Indoors, you know, you can use any video light, but if you're gonna use the video light like in shade, you need at least 100 watts. Of course, I've got my all-time favorite payday bar. It's always good to have. Prime lens, my favorite is the 50mm 1.2. I love shooting shallow, and I love this lens. But I find the 50 keeps me closer to the subject, and a lot of times I'm directing and posing and I need to talk to my subject. And if I'm too far back, if I'm using a 135 1.8, I'm so far back, it's hard to communicate. So the 24-70 and the 50 keep me within that range where I can talk to the subject and direct them. And so that's why I like the 50. And I've also got the 1.2 on here. So if I want a really nice bokeh, that's a great lens. Now, I shoot on location, right? So you don't want to go to a destination without being able to capture a beautiful landscape shot. And what I love is the new 16-25 2.8. It's so small, it's so light, it's a great price. And if you're looking for a wide angle lens, this is a great option. I used to use, and I still use once in a while, the 20mm 1.8 because it's really small and can get you wide, and for low light, it's great. But now that they came out with this lens, this is my go-to wide angle lens. So I need a nice portrait lens, a 50mm, I need a wide, and then I have an all around. When I just wanna, like, let's say I'm doing street photography and I just wanna grab one lens and I don't wanna be overburdened with a lot of gear, the 24-70 is my go-to. And so for lighting, I told you about the constant light, and now with the A9 III, I love using the Sony flashes. They go perfectly with the camera. One I use as a transmitter, the smaller one, and the larger one I use off camera, and they work great together. It's probably one of the best systems for TTL because they're extremely accurate. And with syncing with the new A9 III, these are perfect flashes for that. I also, to power my 100 watt light, you need a good power supply. And so what you can usually do, a lot of these new lights have USB-C inputs. In order to get the maximum strength out of it, you've got to find a power bank that has 100 watt PD on it. So I tell people generally look for power supplies that will power your laptop. And to attach this, I use a system that will allow me to, it's a C-clamp. I kind of made this up myself. So I have a C-clamp, and then I mounted a, it's kind of like an iPhone holder, but it holds different things. And so it'll hold my battery, and I can clamp this onto any stand that I'm using. And then I have a pack of gels. Of course, I have things to clean off my lens. I love using this low residue camera tape, and a lot of times I'll clean my lenses with it because the dust gets on it. Now, I highly recommend this, especially if you're a photographer that works with a lot of different people. I create some waterproof labels with a QR code to somewhere where they can contact me. Of course, I have cables for, you know, powering the lights and for, you know, powering your phone and stuff like that. And these little feet to put on the flash and etc. I love keeping a grip of SD cards. And so I have this waterproof case that I just load those all in there. Of course, the tough cards are the best. And I always have a ton of these, and I just keep them in my bag. That's generally what I use with my travel bag. It's been working for me for years and years, and I just love putting together this kit.